Hello, everyone. It's your friend Tristan Miller. I'm just here to inform you that I'm recording my first stand-up comedy album and special on May the 4th in New York City at Caveat at 4 p.m. You can go to the link in my bio on my social media platforms, or you can go to caveat.com, go to May the 4th, and buy tickets there. Highly recommend that you get them early as they are cheaper that way. Also, after the show, I'm going to go, Phantom Menace is playing in theaters. So I'm going to take a big group to go to the nearest AMC or whatever Cineplex and go see my favorite Star Wars movie. I'll say it with my full chest. My favorite Star Wars movie in theaters again. So hope to see you at both things. If you have to pick one, just pick my show, please. I would like to sell out the house if possible. Anyway, love you. Hope to see you soon. Okay, bye-bye. Coming soon to theaters, podcasts, film reviews, and so much more. Available at tristanmiller.substack.com.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Focus Testing, a podcast about movies where we make a movie. My name is Tristan Miller, and joining me today is the wickedly talented Dylan Adler. How are you, Dylan?
I'm well. Thank you for having me, Tristan.
Thank you for being both here and in general. Do you remember, or I gotta phrase this better, what was your first memory of a movie in the cinema?
My first memory of seeing a movie in the theater. Oh man, it might have been Lilo and Stitch with my grandparents. Yeah, that was a big one.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What about it do you recall?
I remember loving it. I loved Stitch. I thought he was funny. I loved feeling like I was in Hawaii, and I really loved the music. I really loved the music in the Hawaiian children's choir that sang a lot of the songs I really loved. And that was a really positive, and I just love I fucking love popcorn. So that was a very positive memory.
That leads me into my next question, which is, what is your default cinema snack? Is it just the classic popcorn, or do you have something up your sleeve that I should?
No, popcorn, Diet Coke.
Hell yeah, truly bringing girl dinner to the cinema.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. So what's a film that you've seen recently that you would definitely recommend to people?
Oh man. A film I saw recently that I would definitely recommend to people. I saw Problemista, the new Julio Torres movie. That was out. It was A24. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant, and it was funny. I thought it was really, it had just such a distinct tone that I really loved. And the way it was edited was also very funny and very distinct. I loved it.
That's, I'll have to check that out. You said it was by A24. Did you see it in the cinema, or did you see it streaming?
I saw it in the cinema.
Ah, wonderful. I'll have to, hopefully it'll come here soon and I'll have a peep at that. What's a film that you would not recommend seeing?
Oh my God. Driveway Dolls.
Driveway Dolls. What is this?
It was a recent movie that came out. I'm like, it wasn't my fave. I don't know. I just thought the way it just seemed like it I think it was like the way it was edited, it was like trying to be a little camp and like, out there outside of the box, but I don't know. And I wasn't really invested in the character. One of the characters had like this Southern accent that I'm like, wait, why are we doing this? Is like, so yes, that's one I would not recommend.
That's fair. That is fair. Here's the nice thing about this program is you've listed 2 movies I've never heard of and one to avoid. So it's out of my mind.
Mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
and
Yes,
then
yes,
this other
yes.
one I will definitely seek out. It's a learning experience doing this podcast.
Yes, 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 yes.
Are you ready for some quote unquote movie trivia?
Absolutely.
Okay. As is always, first question is what is movie?
Movie is about a character's journey and story and how they've changed in the end.
Okay. So, and for it to be true movie, true cinema, there must be a character arc. So you're not.
Yes,
Mm,
they're different by the end.
they have to be different in some way by the end. I like that. I like that a lot. Um, so I guess the next movie I would have is what movie, and it cannot be pornography, makes you the horniest?
Okay, good question.
Thank you.
A movie that made me pretty horny. Joel Kim Booster's Fire Island, I'd say, made me pretty horny. And I saw it my first time on Fire Island, so I was already quite horny. So it was
That's fair
crazy.
enough.
And the cast of Fire Island was there because it was the premiere of it, so they were doing promo on the island. It was crazy.
That's
So
that's so good. That's so good. That's so fun. The
yeah.
the only equivalent that I could possibly have is the one and only time I saw La La Land was when I was visiting Los Angeles for the first time.
Oh, that's
So
horny. Yeah.
yeah, but I would say your experience was probably a little bit, shall we say, more intense about.
Oh yeah, intense. And then the things that we heard in the movie, it's like, oh my God, this is so true. Like time moves differently on the island. And it was like they talked about the underwear party, and then like the next night was the underwear party.
Sure.
So it was fun. It was so fun. And I got to meet I never met Bowen or Joel or Matt Rogers
Mhm.
and Tomas, a lot of the people in the cast, and
Mhm.
they knew people in our house, so they came over, and I'm like, this is
So
yeah,
good. What a
yeah,
wonderful experience.
yeah. It was fun.
Um,
It was fun.
yeah. From which actor would you steal a car?
Which actor would I steal their car?
Yeah.
Seinfeld, he has a lot, right? That's my first thought. He has a lot of them, so he could
I
spare
mean, it's
some.
very generous to Jerome in as much as like I would necessarily call him an actor first, but
Oh, okay.
I think it's a very
Yeah.
generous read on his situation. I mean, I guess he was on TV for a long time,
Uh,
so one who acts, but that's very good. All right, so got a couple more for you.
mhm.
What animal would you want to ratatouille your way into more success? You can
Oh
pick,
my,
yeah,
okay.
the
So
hat
if I
can be
could,
as big as you need. Don't worry
oh,
about
that's a good one. That's a good one. Well, um, I'm not, okay, you know what? A little dog. I love little dogs. So I
it. A
was a
little
dog
dog.
walker in New York for like many years. So that dog, dog.
A little dog. Okay. I can imagine just like a little I guess like a little Scotty dog plopped on top of your head.
Yes, yes, like the littlest dog possible, I guess.
Um, how many slaps in the face would you take in order to be in an A24 film?
Oh, as many as it takes. As many as it takes. Literally as many as it takes.
Infinite amount of slaps.
Infinite amount of slaps.
Fantastic. I got a couple more and then we'll move on to the main game. All right.
Uh-huh.
So, what was your first character crush?
Mm. My first character crush, I think was oh, this is good. Um um I think Roly Poly Oly from Playhouse Disney. I thought he was really hot. He was a roly poly. He was an animated roly poly. And also Handy Manny. He was a handyman on Playhouse Disney, and I really thought he was hot.
Holy. Very good response.
Right? He was cute.
You kind of thick too. That's
You was
nice.
thick. He had that bubble butt,
Yeah,
whatever.
and doing those deadlifts. That's very
Yes,
good.
yes. That
Very
family
funny.
works out,
100%. Um, and finally, as always, to everyone I pose this question, why is Austin Powers so sexy?
Oh man. Austin Powers. I have to be honest, I haven't seen the Austin Powers movies. I know it's so
Mm.
bad.
No, you don't need
But
to. I think that makes your opinion more valid because you don't
really?
have any emotional attachment to it. So what I'm just like
Okay.
knowing what you do about
I would
our
assume it's the
international movies.
catchphrases, right? The catchphrases. Someone with catchphrases could be appealing.
For sure, you know where he stands. That's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Hmm.
There's a predictability.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
steadiness. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All right. So are you ready for our random word that we will be improvising a plot of a film from?
Yes.
Here we go. Randomwordgenerator.com, my best friend, and not a sponsor of this podcast, though they should be. Would simply love for the Safari app to load properly. It's loading. That's not the word, but
Uh-huh.
distribute. Distribute.
Distribute.
Distribute is what we're working with today. I have a couple of ideas right off the top of the dome, but if you have
Sam.
something, go
You
for it.
Sam. You go for it.
Okay, so what I think it is about a couple of gods are upset with the sacrifices they are receiving from their worshippers, and they
Mm.
are dissing this tribute.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I think that's a fun place to start. How do you feel about it?
You know, one of the gods, it's like he's a Noah god. He talks like this. He's Noah, and he's like, I've never gotten a good tribute. And I'm very upset that I've never gotten a good tribute. Um, and they're dissing the tribute, but let's call him Craig, is always getting made fun of because he's never had a good tribute yet, and it's like it's weighing on his soul.
I like that. Okay, what I think then would happen to our dear friend Craig is I think he should disguise himself as a mortal and see why aren't these folks giving me good stuff? What's going on? So,
He
mhm.
he finds himself in a little neighborhood called Astoria, and he starts working at a baklava factory. He finds himself falling in love with the daughter of the baklava factory owner. Yeah, named Mikani.
Mechanique.
Yeah, Mikani.
I like that a lot. I think that's very good. A fun little twist as well, because it's, he's originally there for such selfish reasons, and then he wants to stay past due. Do we want to make it like some sort of time crunch where he can only be immortal for 3 days, and then after that
Absolutely.
he must remain it or he must go back?
Absolutely heighten the stakes.
And so you have this situation where he's like, well, I want to stay now because I love this person, but I also love being a god because it fucking rips, even though all my tribute sucks.
Yes, 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 yes.
A dark angle we could go for is that human sacrifice, and then she has to kill her to make her go up to heaven or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think, is this set modern day, or I mean, it is in Astoria.
Oh yeah. I think modern day, and I think to make things even more complicated, Mikani has a boyfriend named Mykonos.
Mickey and Mickey Mouse. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it then becomes a way of like, he's like, okay, I want to be with this person forever.
Uh-huh.
And in order to do that, I have to sacrifice her to me. So she shows up in my little like box back where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he has to create more and more elaborate ways for her to die seemingly on accident.
Yes.
Kind of like a Wile E. Coyote situation.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Um, he um he decides it's like for a fun day they go on a helicopter ride. And the helicopter doesn't, it's like malfunctioning. They land in the Hudson River by miraculously, and they're saved by, a kayaker. And, oh, damn, didn't work.
Absolutely. I like that a lot. I like that. And then I like he he's with her on the subway and he's planning on just, giving her a little shove. And
Yeah,
then of course subways are never on time. So it goes to 45 minutes and he's like,
that's
you
a
know
good
what,
one.
screw
That's a good
this. We're
one. I
just
like
I'll wait
that.
till
I like
tomorrow.
that. That's great. That's
Happy
great.
hours. Then I think, the third one has to either work or he has to have a change of heart, right?
Yes,
Um,
yes.
I feel like because we had this boyfriend character of Mikano, and I feel like he has to Craig needs to go and feel like see them on a date and see how happy she truly is.
Yeah,
He has to let her go.
exactly. Yeah, 100%. He sees them both at QED, a comedy venue in Astoria, both about to do an open mic, and they both bomb, but they still hug and kiss after the mic, and it's like, oh man, they really love each other.
I think that's so good though. I think also like the idea of them doing it for fun and like trying to get closer. It's like, yeah, let's do this activity together. And then
Hmm.
also I like there's the kind of an element of part of me is like, does he see them both be bad at stand up and went, never mind. This gives me the ick. I can't do this.
He might get the ick. He gets
Yeah.
the ick.
I'd be like, okay, I should just be back to my own self. Then he's like, much like I guess the Santa Claus, he's like 2 hours to still figure out why no one is giving him any good tribute.
Yeah,
And I think actually then the lesson along the way is like self-reliance, like you don't need other people.
yeah. And he realized that the good tribute was always inside of him.
Exactly.
And he doesn't need external tribute, that there is something within him that he can sacrifice that is worthy and good.
Oh, okay. I love it. Great. And as you said, character arc. He's changed by the end of it, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Um, who should play Craig, do you think?
Oh, oh, I like, okay. Um, I think Andrew Garfield would be
Yes.
a great Craig. Um, I also think that who else I think would be a great Craig?
I feel like having someone wildly different play him in like gosh, what is her name from Fargo? Um Frances McDormand play Craig when
Oh,
in as a god, and then when she gets zapped into a body, it's
I
like
like
Andrew
that.
Garfield. And you're
I
like,
like that. I like that.
That way, because number one, yeah, where you get, double billing, and then also you get a concept of, oh, this person, you get a fun sequence of they're not used to their own body, yeah, that
Yes,
sort of
yes,
thing.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
Frances McDormand doesn't realize that they're very hot, as Andrew
Yes,
Garfield.
yes, yes. Oh, I
Um,
like that. I
and
like that.
then I think for Mika Neek, who should play her?
Ooh.
Hmm. Think God, what is her name? I'm blanking on an actor's name,
You
but I
know,
think
I think who could do a good um who was the in Avatar, the main other girl?
Zoe Saldana.
Yes.
Yes, I think that's great.
I think Zoe Saldana could be Mikini.
I think Zoe Saldana is Mika Neek. Um, then Mika No should be someone who is really sweet and nice. So you're like this
Mm-hmm.
whole time
Yeah.
because you
Mikan,
want them to end up together.
yes, you do. You do. You are kind of rooting for that situation. So um
It's like a big
Keanu Reeves.
oh, that's good. I was also thinking Dev Patel
Oh, that's better.
because
I
I
like
think
that.
because he's got that really sweet boy energy, and
Yes, he
I
does.
I often think of Andrew Garfield and Dev Patel as kind of like counterparts to each other in a way.
Yes,
Kind of
true.
swap them out, and so having that like similar kind of energy, and so Zoe Saldana and Mikanik clearly likes a certain type of guy. You know what I mean?
I like that. And the dad who owns the baklava shop could be James Hong,
I was
as
gonna
your
say
shirt says.
I was gonna pitch that as well. I'm glad we're both on board.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Who would you like to see this directed by?
Oh, good. Okay. I'm blanking out on directors. You,
You know, I think it would be kind of fun would be he hasn't done anything that I'm aware of in a while, but Mark Webb, who did I'm now realizing direct the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
hmm
But also directed 500 Days of Summer. And so there's that kind of like wistfulness that I think
Yeah,
he could really
yeah, yeah,
capture again.
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like that. I like that a
Um,
lot.
and since also, you're a musician among other things, who would you want to see do the score for this film?
Oh my God. What if Joe Hisaishi did it?
Familiar with that person? What have they called?
He scores every Studio Ghibli Miyazaki movie.
Yes,
Joe
that's
Hisaishi. Yeah,
multiple
that'd be
better.
amazing.
Yeah.
I also, R.I.P. Jerry Goldsmith, I think is one of the best.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this big sweeping sort of because it is about gods. And speaking of, do we want to fill out any like actors and characters when Craig is up in the clouds?
Oh my God, yes. I think, Nicole Byer would be a kick-ass god.
Excellent. I like that a
Um,
lot.
I
Um,
think, yes, we should throw in uh who else could be a
I
great
think
god?
I think Matt Berry would be really fun.
Oh yes,
He's
yes,
like
Matt Berry.
A Zeus type.
Yes, 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 yes.
If we can get him David Lynch playing Hades or some equivalent would be very weird and
That'd
fun.
be very weird. That'd be very fun.
Or the God of Love as David Lynch has just like you gotta just love people. It's
Yeah,
good.
you gotta
It's
love
good to feel
people.
that.
Absolutely. And maybe as a bring back Eartha Kitt from to be like a demon or something, and she'd be amazing as
That
a
would be perfect.
demon.
Would love that very.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that's a really solid cast premise and well executed. And are you ready? I'm very happy with our movie. And are you ready for a lightning round?
Yes.
So the way this works is we get the same prompt. I do a quick one, you do a quick one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying like, 5 words or less, but just, pretty quick. So the word is kneel. Kneel. Kneel.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, for me, kneel is about a Paul Giamatti plays a parish priest or custodian rather, who is constantly fixing up this old church, and through fixing it up, he slowly uncovers a conspiracy theory. What that
Oh,
conspiracy is, we can fill out later. So that's what kneel is to me.
oh, I love that.
Mm.
Neil is about the owner of a gay bathhouse, James Hong, and it is, it's been a steady, but then it's the gay bathhouse is going to be shut down by the authorities because it's like, no, you can't be doing these lewd activities. And so James Hong works with a bunch of young gays to get his bathhouse not shut down so he can send his daughter to college.
That's very good. I like that a lot. I would watch the hell out of that. Refresh. What is going on here? Sorry, my roommate is watching a movie very loudly. So I got surprised. Wow, my iPad is freaking out. Simply give me another word. Literally any word. I need a singular word.
Yeah, come on, iPad.
Come on. Package. Package to me is about, how you can buy haunted dolls on eBay, right?
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing. One time it's real. It's not a scam. It's real. There's the soul in this doll. And the package getting shipped to keeps getting lost. And so she's in limbo. And finally, she has to arrive. She finally arrives in a mailroom in in the basement in Ohio. And then she has to figure out how to get back home from there.
Oh my God, that's great.
Thanks.
Package is it's a Halloween movie about a killer UPS driver. And he gives the package. It's like, wait, we didn't order a package. Opens it up. It's your worst fear. Somehow the UPS driver knows every single person's worst fear. And the whole town has to band together to be like, no, 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 no. And the whole movie is funded by FedEx.
I would love for someone's worst fear to be getting an empty package as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing in here.
Yeah. Literally, sometimes it's a spider, sometimes it's it's very abstract too, but this driver, he knows.
Open it up. This is how I die?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the fact that I'm going to, but the fact that I know it.
Yes, yes.
So next up we have Rare, which I think, to me, Rare, R-A-R-E, is about a chef who is known for making excellent steak, but he makes a few mistakes as well.
Oh.
Which is basically he serves beef tartare and it gives a bunch of people, it's too rare, and it gives a bunch of people food poisoning. And from there, he's stripped of a license or whatever, so he has to go back to college, and then he becomes an environmental activist.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Rare, to me, is a documentary about one of the world's best professional jewel inspectors. And he lives a very modest life, but is one of the best jewel inspector collectors. And his family's like, yeah, I mean, like all his life he just does this, and he could have sold his business for like millions, but he just still lives here because he just loves jewels so much. And people love that about him, and he's very respected in the community here in South Carolina or something.
We generally do three of them, and I think those are all very strong showings. Before we wrap it up here, Dylan, what would you like people that listen to this episode to know about you?
Yes, if you happen to be in LA, I'm doing a show May 9th at Dynasty Typewriter or the Netflix's Joke Fest. And you can follow me on Insta at Dylan Adler _ or Twitter at Dylan Adler 6 or TikTok at Dylan Adler 7. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
And I'd like to also plug you. This is the third podcast we've done together. I keep naming.
Yes.
You have a great episode about Feels Like Home to Me by Randy Newman for You Got a Friend in Me, my Randy Newman podcast. And then we did one about mental health as well called Positive and Negative. And that's on YouTube if you want to have a listen.
Yes.
And now I speak to you, the listener, saying, hey, if you like this and you want to support this podcast, you can go to tristanmiller.substack.com for early access and to access to the video. And also for a third other thing, which is a bonus podcast called Movies to Fall Asleep To, where I talk to people about the comfort movies. So have a go at that if you're keen. And yeah, it's been wonderful to talk to you, Dylan. And thank you very much for being on. It's always wonderful to see you.
It's always wonderful to see you too, Tristan. You're the best.
Thank you. Stop recording.